What's up, guys? This is Kevin. I wanted to make a video. Basically, man, that sun's bright. I'm trying to get the lighting better. There, that's good. I want to make a video about my past and how letting go of your past is healthy and overall good for growth. Yeah, I'm gonna try to set my camera up so I don't have to hold it. Hold on, guys. Bear with me for a minute. But yeah, guys, can you see me? Is that good? Alright, the reason why it's important to not dwell on your past and hold to your past or cling to your past, because it does nothing but bring suffering and misery. Not only that, it's hard to escape from your past and, how do you say it, beat karma. It's hard to, escape from your karma when you're always thinking about your past and you're thinking that you are that person in your past, which you're not, because your past doesn't exist right now. I mean, time literally does not exist, so you are not your past. I'll get into that later. But anyways, you are who you are now. That's who you are. You are no one else except for now. You can't be your past. You can't be who you are in your future. All you can be is who you are now. And who you are now is not who you were 20 minutes ago. Huh. You are brand new. Bam, 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 bam. All the time. Now, maybe. Get with now. The moment, that's where it's at. That's where life's at. That's where God's at. That's where energy is at. That's where consciousness is at. That's where your awareness is at. That's where all this is happening. It's all happening right now. We are creating and throwing it into the past always. The Big Bang's happening right now. It's all happening right now simultaneously. So, where I'm getting at, alright. If you guys have been watching my previous videos, I talk a lot about how I was real bad addicted to drugs. I had a pretty rough past. I wouldn't say I had a bad childhood, because I mean, of course, I had the normal things. Mom and dad having a divorce. I went through the normal basic bullshit. My mom and dad didn't treat me bad. I mean, my dad was kind of a dick, but I mean, that's besides the point. But yeah, dude, I had a pretty normal childhood. Of course, like all of us, I had some demons, my parents split up when I was, I think, 15 or 16, and it caused me, kinda, yeah, anyways, I got into some drugs and shit. I don't even think that was the cause of it. My brother was into drugs, and people around me were into drugs. So it was just, drugs are in my family. I'm genetically prone to addiction. It was bound to probably happen sooner or later. So, like always, I got into drinking alcohol and all that shit, and smoking weed. And weed's always been my thing, dude. I still smoke weed. But weed doesn't affect me. Like, what I mean? It's not like heroin. But anyways, long story short, I got real bad addicted into drugs. I mean, to the point I couldn't go one day without, having opiates or I'd be sick. Definitely sick. It was horrible. It was really hard to quit. But, if I would have never quit any of that shit, and I did quit about a little over 5 years ago, I quit the opiates. So I would have never quit any of that shit, and if it wasn't for me realizing that my past is not me, and I am who I am now. I am me, who I am right now in this very moment. I'm not who I was 10 minutes ago. I'm creating my reality as we speak, and I don't have to go on no past, to understand who I am, because it's all with me. So, what I'm trying to say is, that's how I got out of my drug addiction. Of course, psychedelics helped, because it helped me come to these understandings that time really does not exist, and you really are not your ego. There is something beyond your ego, which is your separate self. See, the ego is your image of yourself. Me, Kevin, that is my ego. It is not real, it's an act. It is the image I put off. It's my separate self. All separation is an illusion. In reality, there is nothing separate from anything else. All things is a unit of thought, just as inches is a unit of measurement. A thing is a unit of thought. It's as much as you can grasp in one thought. It's like a tree. That's as much, that's one thing. It's one form. So reality is not only physical, it is both mental too. As I've said before in my videos, that all matter is 99.9% space. Well, that's electromagnetism, so it's energy, and the particles are vibrating so fast that you can't put your hands through them, and everything's on the same wavelength, so it's on the same frequency. So that's why I can't put my hand through other matter, what we call matter form. Anyways, so this gets into ego, which is basically it's a fatality we create to keep track of things. You know what I mean? It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing for this little game we play. To keep living this little game we play, and that's again another thing. What life is. Everyone knows what life is. But anyways, ego's not bad for survival, but it's not a good guide. Now, beyond the ego is what Hindus would call the Brahman, the Godhead, the Supreme Self, for which there is no witcher. What they call neti neti, which means not that, not this, not anything. It is everything and no thing at once. And that's what we really are. Our lower selves, what Hindus call Atman, which also refers to atmosphere. Atmos, is our lower self, which is the ego. But our supreme self is identical with God. That's who we really are, and that is beyond time. And when you tap into that and you get with now, in this very moment, dude, lots of things start to change. You become full of energy, for one. For two, I was destroying myself. Let's just put it that way. I was on a path of destruction to where if I would have kept going, I wouldn't be alive. I overdosed 4 times where they had to bring me back with Narcan. The last time was really bad. I almost didn't come back. Yeah, I shouldn't be here, but I am. And I am because I know that God is within me. And I know God is, I wouldn't say he has a plan, but I know now that I'm not going to kill myself because I want to live. I want to live this life. I chose to be here. I chose to be here now. And I'm going to stop dwelling on my past. Stop, oh, poor little old me. I'm going to fucking get up. I'm going to let go to God and surrender and breathe. And it comes to you, dude. And when the energy comes to you, you know it because you'll feel it. You feel it with every fiber of your being. And with the power of now, the power of being in the moment, not thinking about, where other places or other things, or the past or future or money, just being completely with yourself now. You can do amazing things. All amazing things are done by people who understand this, the power of now. That's about all I can fit into this video. Yeah, dude, don't think about the past. Don't worry. You don't have to worry about anything because it's all an act. It's all a joke, dude. This is all an illusion. And the real you is all there is. Love you guys. Peace.